Greetings everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie Caitlin and my channel name is TheStylishMed. Today is a beautiful day because I am done with that department I hate so much. If you've been following me for a while now, you already know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I finished peds last week and today is my first day in a new department. I'll be an Obs Gyne for the next 6 weeks, and yeah, really thrilled to be done with peds, but not that excited either to be an Obs Gyne because I also don't like it. If you know me, well, you know that peds is over here in terms of like departments I don't like, and then gyne is just over here, so it's, you know, pretty much the same thing, but I would rather have the adults than the kids. So yeah, let's see how this department goes. I'm sitting at the nurse's station waiting for another admission. So far I've admitted 3. I'm supposed to do evacs, but there's no packs right now, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do them or not. But I love the transition from like holes in peds to the holes here. It is dark as hell and I'm heading to theatre for my first caesarean section. I'm so excited. It is 5 minutes to midnight and I just walked out of theatre. Well, I'm still in theatre, but I just walked out of the actual operating room. A girl is tired, a girl is hungry, and I actually just like, this can't wait till another day. But it was really cool to watch, and now I actually just want to go and eat my food. I did bring food to eat, so I just want to go and eat, and yeah. Currently on call. Normally I arrive around 5 and then I come upstairs to labor ward and I check if there's any admissions, I admit. If there's any patients that need to be taken to theatre for cesarean section, we do that, and then when there's nothing going on, I go downstairs to the gynae wards and then I see whatever's there. But yeah, it's a bit quiet today and not much is happening, but I'm pretty sure it'll pick up later. And then, so in gynae, there's like antenatal ward, postnatal ward, and then the labor ward, and then the gynae 1 and gynae 2. So gynae 1 is like wherever like fibroids, pregnancies before 20 weeks, abortions, what, and then gynae 2 is like oncology, gynae oncology, like ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, etc. And then labor ward obviously is where we deliver babies, and then antenatal ward is before delivery, postnatal is after delivery. So my favorite wards to work in are labor ward and gynae 1. And in gynae 1, most of the work is doing evacuations, like after a person has an abortion or a miscarriage, and we evacuate the uterus. Done a lot of those now. I've stopped coming at 30. And then in labor ward, obviously delivering, suturing episiotomies, fixing cervical tears, and all that. So yeah, it's very interesting. Mornings in gynae 1 consist of starting rounds between 8 and 9, but usually around 8:30, and then we do our rounds, and then if there's evacuations to be done, we do those. If there are patients going for theatre, they go for theatre. If there's any like ward work to do, we do that. It's pretty much standard procedure, but I enjoy being here in the mornings because there's more to do instead in like terms of practical work than in the other wards. Like in postnatal and antenatal, it's just like following up stuff, but in gynae there's actually work to do in the mornings, and then in the afternoons that's when I go to labor ward and I do deliveries and all the practical stuff. I basically go where the action is. I don't go to the wards where it's like boring and there's nothing to do. Hi guys, eating and talking to you guys with braces is probably the worst idea I've ever had, So it's been a couple of weeks now. My Obs Gyne rotation is going really well, and I've actually extended my stay in Obs Gyne department because I'm done with everything else, and I really enjoyed it, to be honest. Like, I don't want to lie, when I came to Obs Gyne, I was like, I just want to get this over and done with, and I'm going to be in and out the same way I did with paeds. I did my 6 weeks and then I tapped out. But like just a week in, I realized that, okay, this is actually not so bad. By the second week, I was in love with the department, and not just like the department itself, like in the hospital, but like the specialty as like in general. I like that there's the medical aspect and there's the surgical aspect, and like, I don't know, everything just makes sense. Maybe it's because it's my it was one of my last rotations. I don't know, but everything just feels so right. So today I am on call. I think I can't count actually the number of calls I've done, but I've definitely done at least 18, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, somewhere there. It's definitely approaching the 20s or even past the 20s now. And so it's been really busy. I came here around 5 and it's around 10 p.m. now, and I'm just having dinner because I burnt my food while waiting to come. I fell asleep while I was making my food, and then when I woke up it was burnt, so I had to buy food. And then we have pending Caesar cases, so I'm just quickly eating before theatre calls to say that they're ready for the patient. And then it's gonna be a long night. The last time I had a busy call like this, I ended up taking like 5 days off because I was really tired, I was exhausted, and I feel like this might be one of those calls again, because it's already 10 p.m. and I haven't even sat down. Like, this is the first time I'm sitting to eat, and then we have 4 Caesar cases that could be hours to do, and so it might be a long night, but we'll see. I hope I'm gonna get time to sleep. In case you're wondering, it looks like I have my shoes down here, I have water here, a chocolate milk, there's a phone, and then there's just a table, the toilet is there, and then the bed is here. It's nothing exciting really, it's just the normal type of call room, I guess. Hold on, it is 8 in the morning and I just got home and my voice is gone to the pits, gone to the wind. So the last time I spoke to you guys, it was about 10 p.m. and I was eating so that we could go to theatre. We had a bunch of cases that we had to do. We did the first one and then that went well, and then the second one had lots of complications. It was triplets, and I was very excited that I was going to be doing my first triplets C-section, and then the anesthesia went horribly wrong, and then we had a high spinal, and then it ended up being like guys, it was just a mess. And but eventually everything was fine. The patient was fine, babies were fine, and it was still really like I like that I've had like the all-time experience in my Obs Gyne rotation. Like, I've done surgery while the patient is desaturating. I've done surgery when the patient is just okay. I've done surgery while talking to a patient, and it's just been really exciting. So the call was really busy. I got to the hospital around 5 p.m. last night, and from the time that I arrived, I didn't sit down until the time that I went to get food and ate, and then I went back upstairs to theatre, and then from there I went back to labor ward where we were admitting and delivering and doing all kinds of things. It was really crazy, and the craziest thing though was this patient that had worms. So she was delivering, and baby was in fetal distress, but she was also passing stools with worms at the same time. Like, it was crazy. I'd never seen anything like that in my life. And so yeah, I really had a really good Obs Gyne experience. A few more weeks to go, and I'm gonna see where it takes me, what else I get to do, what else I get to see, what else I get to learn. I've learned all kinds of things. I can do episiotomies by myself, evacuations by myself. I've been doing I've been doing pudendal blocks, cervical blocks, everything basically. I feel like I've been given the confidence, like I could actually do a C-section by myself. And so it's been a really amazing experience. And so yeah, it's around 8 a.m. now. I just got home. My order of the day is to shower, eat, and fucking sleep. That's it until tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Today is a Sunday and I am going to be spending 24 hours in the hospital on a weekend call. We typically do 24-hour calls, so that means you go to the hospital at 7:30 and you come back the next morning after 7:30 as well. So I don't know, I'm not too excited, not too I'm not too bothered either. I'm just excited to see what the day brings, to see how the day goes. Let's go. Okay, I am clean now. I can tell my story. So, on a weekend call, there's a 24-hour call. Typically what happens is the intern goes to postnatal ward and sees the patients there, and the senior physicians go and see the patients in antenatal ward. So I've been following the senior physicians, obviously, because I'm gonna gain more and learn more from there. And so yeah, we saw patients. There were 2 patients that we needed to take for Caesar. One came from labor ward. She was admitted via labor ward, and she was a twin pregnancy with HELLP syndrome. If you guys are studying medicine, you know what I'm talking about. But it's basically when a patient has like hypertensive disorder and then it complicates and becomes like liver problem, platelet problem and everything. And then so that was the one, and then the other one was the one that we saw in antenatal ward, who was in labor, but her baby was transverse lie, so we were definitely going to have to take her to theater as well. So we decided to do the one at the HELLP syndrome first, not from labor ward. So we went to theater and everything, and then we've opened. First baby came out, second baby came out, and then now it's time to close. And then the surgeon pulled, right, assistant Hemi's pulls, and then blood splashes everywhere. I'm telling, like, my face, my clothes, like I didn't even see the one that went, I just saw the one coming to my face, and it like went into like the mask, and it was like dripping down like this. Guys, I wanted to like scream, or like I couldn't do that because I was like, okay, if I open my mouth, the blood's gone into my mouth. So I was like, And then we like finished closing, and then I went and like rinsed my face. But then there was the other one to do, and then I changed my scrubs as well, and then there was the other one to do. So then we did that one as well. That one bled as well, but it was like mostly just like to the clothes, and that was fine. So like I had to like drive. I literally, like, once we were done, I finished writing the theater notes and everything, fucked off and went to my house and came to bath. Guys, I am shining right now because I have never scrubbed myself the way I scrubbed myself today. I just came and threw everything on the bed and went into the shower and scrubbed, and you know when you scrub so much that by the time you're putting on lotion, it like kind of burns a little, like it tingles, and that's how I'm feeling right now. But I'm clean, I feel like a person again, and I'm ready to go back to the hospital. Guys, so a really nice thing happened to me this morning. I'm post-call. So, and forgive me if my hand is shaking and the camera keeps moving about. I'm really tired. I didn't sleep last night during the call. So I've been seeing, like, every day during the ward rounds, we see like a cubicle. Like I'll see cubicle C, someone will see cubicle A, someone will see cubicle D, and whatever. So in each cubicle there's typically about 8 or so patients, sometimes more, sometimes less. And so yesterday I was seeing patients in a certain cubicle, and then one of the patients is a patient who's been there for a very long time. I think it's about a month now that she's been there, and I saw her just from like her first few days, and I keep following up her case. Like, even though I might not be seeing her cubicle that day, I'll still just go and check on her and just see like what the progress is and update her with whatever's going on, if she needs any understanding, and so forth and so forth.
So I don't really think much of it. Like, it's something that I've been doing since I started. It just makes sense. I mean, if you start with the patient, follow up your patient until the patient is gone, and that's something that's really important to me. I don't want to be that doctor that just comes, sees a patient and goes on to the next and never worries about what happened to the patient that they saw yesterday. Like, I actually follow up my patients and I keep track of what's going on with them, how they're doing, are they improving, are they getting worse, and what's being done about it, type of thing. So yeah, fast forward to this morning. Yesterday I saw her. I hadn't seen her in about a week because I hadn't been to that cubicle. And so yesterday I saw her, and then she was really happy to see me. I was like, oh, how's it going? And initially I had told her, like, you have to be really patient with the condition. You can't be here and thinking you got to be out in 3 days. It might take a while, but you have to keep strong, keep the faith, and, you know, just be patient with it. It will get better eventually. These things, they come and they go. And so we had a really nice conversation, and I told her this like the very first time that I saw her, and I kept telling her every time that I'd see her. And so yesterday she was really happy to see me, and she had improved a whole lot since the last time that I'd seen her. And so she was like, hi, you're seeing me today? I was like, yes. And I saw her and everything. So then this morning I was just passing through the cubicle, because again, when I'm on call, I go and check on the patients that I saw in the morning to see how they're doing, any improvements, any complaints, like how they're, you know, responding to the treatment that we gave them in the morning, and so forth and so forth, following up their results, their scans and everything. And so I passed through last night just to see how they're doing, and then I passed through I passed through it yesterday when I got to the hospital, and then at night, and then this morning before I was about to leave. And so then they were very, like, all the patients and people were very happy to see me, and it was really, like, you know, heartwarming, because I was really tired. You know, when you've had a really rough call and you just want to go home and you're just not interested in anything, and so they're like, oh, doctor, we want to talk to you, blah 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 blah. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, what's the problem? And so this was after I'd updated all of them on the status of their stay. One is getting discharged, one is changing treatment, one is doing this, one is going for scan, and I just tell them what's going on with their, you know, it's very important for patients to know what's going on with their treatment, with their management and everything. I don't like this thing where people come and see a patient and they don't even update them as to what's going on. A patient is just there sitting in the ward every day, but they don't even know what their treatment plan is, what their long-term plan is, the short-term plan is, and I really hate that. And so yeah, I always update the patients that I see. And so they were like, oh, every time we see you, we're very happy and we feel better because you actually take time to talk to us. And I was like, no, really, like, you guys actually appreciate that, you know, type of thing. So it caught me off guard, because I'm in my head, I'm thinking I need to go home and fucking sleep, you know. And these people are like, oh, can you just give us a minute, whatever. And then so the one that I've been seeing for a long time, she's like, oh, you guys, let me tell you a story. So she's telling her cubicle mates, the patients in the cubicle she's in, that this one here, she saw me from the very first time that I got here, and I had a really bad you know, condition. I was smelling, everyone didn't want to see me. Those that saw me would only see me if they were wearing a mask. And the time that she saw me, she came in, she didn't even put on a mask. Others were wearing like 5 pairs of gloves. She just put on her gloves as usual, and she saw me, she attended to me, she examined me, she cleaned my wounds and everything, and she never even frowned. She was actually smiling and talking to me while others were running out of the room. Others were telling her, go, you're strong, while she continued, and she was like, guys, the job and whatever. So she was literally telling them everything that transpired on the day that I saw her for the first time. And that, like, it made me feel two things. The first thing that it made me feel was, okay, patients notice everything that you guys do. You might think that it's just us doctors, it's between us, but they notice when you frown, they notice when you talk about the patients behind their backs, they notice when you don't want to see them, when you're disgusted by them. They notice these things, and they go and they tell their cubicle mates, and they discuss it. And some even go to Facebook. We've had cases where people went to Facebook and social media and discussed what was done to them by their doctors and so forth. And then the second thing that it made me feel was like, okay, wow, so you know, I'm doing a good thing. Like, I'm actually, my little effort is appreciated, type of thing. So it was one of those things that really, like, caught my heart. And then the other patients started telling them telling each other their experiences with me, and I was like, in the end I ended up having to pull up a chair because I was really tired. I didn't want to keep standing there, so I just pulled up a chair and sat down, and we just continued having a conversation about life in general, and they got to like offload whatever it is that they wanted to offload, and I was just there listening. And so it was a really nice experience. I'm sorry I've been rambling for so long, but anyway, yeah, so that's me home now, really tired, even more tired considering I stayed longer in the ward than I needed to. But it was, I mean, it's these things that make it off. I just realized that my camera is not in the right setting, but anyway, yeah, so it's like I was saying, it's these moments that make it like all really worth it. And I'm just telling you guys this, not to make you feel some type of way or anything, but just like to motivate you and to encourage you guys. And you guys might want to hear this, that my voice is gone to the wind. I thought you guys might want to hear this, and it will inspire someone, some 2, some 3 people out there. And yeah, so wherever you are, if you're a medical student, if you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, if you're, I don't know, someone in the medical field, especially during these times, these hard times, I just want to say you guys should keep going. It will be worth it. There's going to be days where you feel like absolute shit and you feel like, why am I even doing this? But there's also going to be days like my day today. I was really tired, exhausted as hell, but those 10 to 15 minutes that I spent with those patients made me feel better. They made me forget everything that happened during my call. And I'm home, I'm tired, yes, but I'm happy as well. I'm very happy. In fact, I'm more happy than I'm tired. And it's these little moments that will make everything worth it. So after rambling for a very long time, yeah, I'm